Well, in our nation's capital, could another union movement gain steam along congressional staffers on Capitol Hill? Our Samantha-Jo tells us how.
It was just like an overall struggle, right? There was no money going into my savings account.
Taylor J. Swift worked on Capitol Hill as a policy aide and staff assistant. Although he found the work rewarding, he left after 2 years.
Long work hours are extremely exhausting. Some offices are extremely demanding. When it doesn't have the wages that are sustainable, it really tends to burn a lot of people out.
A new study by the political reform group Issue 1 found 13% of Capitol Hill staffers make less than a living wage. The median salary for all House staffers is $59,000.
In D.C., a living wage is $42,000 a year. And if you think about it, you make $42,000, the government takes 25% of that, you're down to roughly $30,000. The average cost for a one-bedroom apartment in D.C. is $24,000 a year. So then you're down to $6,000 to do everything else in your life.
An Instagram account called Dear White Staffers has gone viral with anonymous postings complaining of low pay, a toxic work environment, and other problems. The account's name reflects the belief that poor salaries and working conditions contribute to a lack of diversity in congressional offices.
There are definitely stories that I've heard about certain members, and people kind of warn people to kind of not work for those offices sometimes.
House Democrats have introduced a resolution to give congressional staff the bargaining rights enjoyed by other federal workers. This after some staffers formed the Congressional Workers Union to demand change.
I think these are very basic labor standard of living violations that we need to ensure are protected with a strong union.
The unionization drive is facing many obstacles. House Republicans oppose it, and there are questions about how practical a union would be in an institution with hundreds of offices that operate independently.
There's hypocrisy with some of these Congress people who talk a big game about living wages and about a vibrant middle class, and yet they're not paying their staff people enough money to become a part of that vibrant middle class.
I worked in Rayburn for a little while.
Swift says if working conditions do not improve, turnover will increase.
If nothing changes, it's only going to get worse, which then weakens Congress's ability to represent the American people.
The House Speaker, Senate Majority Leader, and President all back the unionizing effort. A vote on the House resolution has not yet been scheduled. In Washington, Samantha-Jo, Spectrum News.